Alright guys, this is the last video of the week. This is trimester 2 topic review number 2. This is covering units 1 and 2. Now these units were the units that we did during trimester 1. Alright, so you're going to see less questions on these topics, but it's still going to be there. So I just want to review a few things. So, what is the variable in the expression? Variable is a fancy way of saying the unknown letter or symbol. So in this case, our unknown variable is x. Right? When paired together, negative 6x squared and 1x squared are called blank. Now when something has the same variable and same exponent, we call those like terms. All right, now, what is the 3 called in the negative 3x? So I'm just talking about the number in front. The number in front is called a coefficient. Okay, and the last one, what is the 2 called in the negative 6x2? This is an exponent because it is to the power of 2. Right, so those are some vocab words you should review from Unit 1. Unit 2, solving equations and inequalities. So if you remember, we had our little graphic organizer. Now I don't have a graphic organizer on this paper, but I'm going to draw one in. All right, so here is my line of equality. And I need to think about what am I moving first and what operations I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with my outside bubble. And in my outside bubble is the 7. So that's what I'm going to move first. It was positive, and I'm going to make it my inverse, which is negative. So now we simplify. We bring down my negative 2x. And let me change the color, sorry. I'm going to bring down negative 2x. And we're going to do Jesse's favorite thing. What happens with the positive 7 and the negative 7? They cancel. And we're going to solve what's on the right side. So 1 take away 7 is negative 6. All right, so I'm almost there. Now I have an x and a negative 2, so we need to get rid of the negative 2. When it's touching that x, it means multiplication. So our opposite is to divide. All right, so I bring down my x. The negative 2 and the negative 2 cancel. And I'm going to solve what's on the right. So negative 6 divided by negative 2 is a positive 3. So my answer is x equals 3. So what does that mean? It means 3 is the only answer possible. And when I graph it, remember it is solid or closed, and there's no shading for an equal sign, just like we did on Thursday's video with the graph. Equal sign means no shading. So I'm going to do the same exact thing here for my inequality. And when I do it for my inequality, I'm going to see that it is exactly the same as my equation, just now it has an inequality symbol. So there's going to be one tiny difference. So let's go through that again. Here's my line. And the first thing I'm going to get rid of is the 7. So I'm going to do the opposite, which is minus 7. I'm going to bring down my negative 2x. These cancel. And I'm going to solve on the right to get negative 6. Now when you're doing this, make sure to bring down your symbol. So in this case, it's a greater than. And same thing as before, we need to get rid of this negative 2, so I'm going to divide it out. It cancels, I'm left with x, and I solve this side, and I'm left with positive 3. Now the only difference with inequalities is when I divide by a negative number, my inequality symbol is going to change. So it was a greater than, and now I'm going to change it to a less than symbol. All right, so this means x is less than 3. So that means any number that is less than 3 is a solution. All right, so now let's graph it. It is a less than, so I'm not saying the word equal to, so it's not closed. So I'm going to draw an open circle, and less than means I'm going to shade my smaller numbers, and in this case, my smaller numbers are to the left. So it is going to look like this. Now again, I just gave you a lot of information. Please use some old videos, old work to help you study, but we will also be going over questions like this in class on Friday. All right, if you have questions from this video, please put them at the end, and I'll see you tomorrow.